Next is Councillor Christine Townsend, who has a statement on the Ventures and Bristol University. Christine, you have 1 minute.
Thank you. So this is leading on from the events from last week. I'm not going to read it out, but what I am going to say is if the most important thing to people is the apparent tone of this statement, then they really need to have a look in the mirror. The actions of the merchant venturers last week, the utter contempt that they showed for those school children, their families and their communities, if you in any way, if your brain or your mind goes to, but they do good work, or look at these other good things that they're doing, you really need to look yourself in the mirror. These people, since they've been in our state school system, what we've seen from them is inadequate education. They provide safeguarding risks, noted by Ofsted. They've had children engaged with ritual worship of slave traders. They've had a staff member win a case of institutional racism. School governing bodies writing character references for their chief executive on child sex abuse assault cases in court, who was then subsequently found guilty and went to prison. How this administration is going to deal with the fact that the merchants are also involved in the South Bristol Youth Zone remains to be seen. Your Deputy Lord Mayor.
Moving on, thank you, Christine. Now moving on to Councillor Patrick McAllister. Finally, we'll just about enough time to your statement on the chocolate path.
Thank you, Deputy Lord Mayor. I'll be quick. So I'm very happy that the chocolate path has now reopened. It is a much-loved amenity to Spike Island and indeed all of Bristol. Unfortunately, when going down the path, my happiness was tempered a bit by seems to be the unsatisfactory nature of some of the works that have been done. On a just cursory walk down the path, I encountered broken paving, cracked brickwork, sections of unpainted fences, and which is ironic considering there was a final delay which was widely reported to have been to finish painting, and areas where that new paint had been allowed to stain the concrete very unappealingly. And most worryingly, as I mentioned in my question, there was the gate. So I do call upon the Council to undertake a full inspection of the path and investigate where in the organisational chain of command things may have gone wrong. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor McAllister, and thank you all for being here today. Thank you for managing the meeting. I think a lot of really actually